Hey there again, this is the video following up on my inventory manager thing, where I just made the bag and equip window and such. So I basically just tabbed over from inventory to player data, and I'm in the custom player data because that's the main tab. So in these options basically just allow you to, you can say I want to use player levels, I want to not use player levels. Other than that, you can just assign a name, whatever you want. Oops. Spell right. You can assign a player a current level, or just keep it at 1, and you can assign the maximum player level, whatever you might want that to be. I'm not going to actually put any player levels. Other than that, you can do vital types, which is just health, mana, energy. You can do whatever you like, it doesn't matter. You just basically type it in there. It can be anything you want. It can be eggs, I don't even care. It does not matter. Stats, same kind of thing. You just add your own names, doesn't matter. Whatever you like. It can be the craziest names in the world. Skills, same exact thing. So there's skill types, currencies, items, item types. Item types talk a little more about. It basically just, like in my last video, where it required certain slots. That's basically what item types are. So full body armor is going to require head, chest, boots, gloves, whatever. This is a new one I recently added. Sorry for the crazy scrolling. I'm using my mouse pad or touchpad today. It's a little crazy. Item requirements I just added because somebody actually suggested this, and I just added a few examples. Something maybe you have to have a certain gender to be able to equip this. I haven't actually put it in the code yet, but at least it's on the item editor and it's in this editor, so it's being stored as data somewhere at least. So gender, class, and deities, religion, you know. Other than that, you can do like combat types, offensive types, and defensive types. Kind of like the offense is your attacking types, and the defense is negating those attacking types. So that's why I did fire. And fire resistance, cold, poison resist, and poison, armor, and physical damage. Okay, so I'm going to go to the vital data, and there's little quick set menus at the top usually, so you can quickly set each of your vital stats, skills, I don't know if offensive data, I'm not sure, we'll check in a second, but you can quickly set the maximum, minimum, starting max, starting value, whatever. Basically just select your vital here, and it'll just load up its unique values basically. Max value, minimum value, you can enter negative numbers, it doesn't matter. Starting max value and starting current value. So, and this is a new thing I added, was regeneration options, because somebody else has suggested that. I put it in vitals just so each one would be specific to that vital, so health, and then mana, and then energy. They're all different, they're all unique numbers and hold their own whatever. So you can set the time to whatever you like, and then like tick time, like how many times it's going to do it per 60 seconds or whatever. It doesn't matter. So you can do it once every 1 second if you like, it doesn't matter. You can even do like 0.5, it really doesn't matter at all. I have it at 5. And then just the base regeneration. This is like the character's base regeneration. Just the starting number you want the character to regenerate. And you can set it for mana, energy, just like that, see? And it just gives a little example. Currently regenerates 15 energy every 5 seconds. Stats. I'm going to turn it to false. I have explanations for each one of these. So it actually kind of explains what each option means, because I'm sure some of that kind of be confusing. Set skill gain experience. It's not supposed to be skill, it's supposed to be stats. Set stat gain experience of all stats. I have to change that. It basically just says, do you want your stats to gain experience, or are you just going to be basically giving your characters or your users stat points to use? So usually skills and such are going to be experience based, and every time you use an ability or something, you're going to gain experience, and that's kind of the same thing with this. You can set how much experience it's going to take to gain per skill point, so it's going to be kind of like linearly go up. So at maybe like 1, it's only going to take 5 experience, and then 2, it's going to take 10, 3, 15, and it just goes by increments of 5. You can set your max. You can set the current strength value of your player, the base, starting, whatever. And then you can select, ooh, that's a mess up right here, to fix that button right there. You can select the affected vitals. So for strength, I have a modifier, a health modifier of 1. So basically for every strength point, it gives you 1 health. And you can do as many as you like. Since my next button's tiny for some reason, I must have set a GUI layout.width wrong or something. But you can basically say energy, and maybe you want it to be 10, it doesn't matter. It's giant, but I'm not even going to do it for that. It just basically gives you, for every point, you get 1 health, or whatever it might be. I think stamina is, yeah, put 2 and 2. And then I also just add a regeneration. So you can either use a flat rate regeneration or percentage rate regeneration, and then for flat rate is basically the same thing as the up above. If you had 100 stamina, which is your maximum, and 0.2 regeneration per stam is 20 health regenerate maximum stamina, basically. So 0.2 times 100, 20. Other than that, you can do a modifier, and you can do it based on the base value. So the base value is 15, and this modifier is 500%. So if you do like 0.5, which is 50%, it does not include gear, it's just your maximum. That's at maximum. Yeah, max stat at 100 stamina. That is 0.75 regeneration extra, basically. Other than that, you can do it based on overall instead of base. The overall is just like takes all of the regeneration basically and just times it by a percentage. This 2.25. It's kind of like taking this 15 and then doing the exact same thing here, but it takes the overall and does that. Skill data. It's the same kind of stuff as the stats. I reuse code, that's why you see the wrong labeling and such. It has the skill gain if you want it, otherwise you just click it off and the wrong one. Otherwise you can say I don't want it to have it be skill gain, like you're gonna basically give points to your user and be like, here, use these points for skills. Otherwise it's just skill gain, like use your melee attack and you gain skills, you know. So again, you can just do the experience modifier. I'm sorry, I was like, it's total loss there. And this melee modifier actually has a tooltip to understand like what it's talking about. So maybe you have 100 damage, and currently it's set to 50% skill at maximum. So if you had 100 skill, that would be an extra 50 damage. That's basically all it means. This is your current skill, the slider right here. So if at 10 skill 10 melee skill, your melee damage would be basically increased by 5 at 10 with 50% gain. That's really up to you what you choose for that. You can do that for each and every one of them. You can also set them to true or false, and I also added the regeneration modifiers. 2 skills just in case you wanted to have like something like, I don't know, healing or something. It really doesn't matter, it's up to you. Other than that, you can do the offensive data, and these are just like maximum values for this type, and these are basically just going to be going on items, and these items will affect damage in some way. I'll show you that in a bit, maybe in the next video probably. You can choose skills that will modify this output. Basically just add some kind of percentage value. You can choose stats that will modify this right here. Again, it's probably just a percentage value. And then you can also choose a leech option. I just threw this in there just because I kind of thought maybe regeneration, maybe add some kind of leech. I don't know, like life leech, mana leech, etc., whatever. And this is kind of be like a item option again. These will be able to be put onto items. I don't think I've actually put this on items yet. Defensive data, same kind of thing. It's just like negate stuff. You can choose. Oh, you have to choose the opposing. That way, I know what to it knows what to calculate against. Whatever it gets hit by that, it'll be like, oh, I'm being hit with this, but I have some defense against that. So you just choose whatever. So poison, I put physical damage. I don't know why I did that, but oh, this is armor. Sorry, yeah, armor. Sorry, yeah. So armor is physical damage. That makes sense. And then I said armor is affected by strength and stamina. I don't know why that's necessarily the case. And defense will affect this skill as well, which does make sense. I'm going to go ahead and stop the video and make a third video here and talk about the rest of that, maybe the item editor as well. Yeah, I hope you watch that one.